On today's Arizona Daily Mix, we're talking with the winner of last weekend's O'Reilly Auto Parts race at Phoenix Raceway, Justin Allgaier.
Plus, the Phoenix St. Patrick's Day Parade is this weekend. We'll get a preview and meet the Arizona Colleen and her court.
Oh, they're adorable. And we're going to tell you where Taylor Swift fans can join other Swifties for a little bit of fitness and fun this weekend. We've got that and a whole lot more, and it all starts right now.
Good morning and welcome to the Arizona Daily Mix. I am Bradley Perez.
And I'm Teresa Strasser. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on CW7 Arizona. Lexi is out and about this morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lexi. I'm going to throw my earpiece in here really quick.
Morning.
Where you at, Lex?
I am out at Phoenix Rising, their stadium, because they are prepping for their home opener that's happening tomorrow night, which is very exciting. They've played one game, but they're getting ready to prep for 3 home games the next 7 days, which is insane.
I like it. And you look so cool with those glasses on.
Thank you. It's a little sunny out.
Is it? Or did you have a late night last night?
It's sunny.
Also, I appreciate the camera work. Who is that? Is that Aaron Nemiroff out there?
Yes,
Yep.
good job, Aaron.
Beautiful.
Yep, Aaron's
There it is.
killing it out there.
There it is. I like
Okay,
it.
well, we're excited to check back in with Lexi later.
Yeah.
Now, earlier we showed you a live shot of some of these beautiful Irish lasses.
Yes.
And we are going to see some Irish dancing later in the show. You are no stranger to the world of Irish dance.
I am not. There is my beautiful, amazing daughter, Olivia, who's on the our right-hand side there, if you can tell. But yes, she was an Irish dancer. And I'm going to tell you right now, the whimsical dancing they do.
Skedaddling
is amazing. And the problem that you have is that, I'll tell you, you got soccer moms that, there's Kelly, our EP is a soccer mom. We got the volleyball moms and stuff. But a true mom is an Irish dancer mom.
Well, what is an Irish dance mom like?
Well, it depends. Like if it's a Saturday morning and it's after 7:30, there's a little bit of peppermint snobs going. Maybe some Irish coffee. And then later on, when Dad shows up, there's Guinnesson, and then you're just crying because it's very expensive. Like one of those dresses, literally, at the time, I think that one cost us around $1,500 to $2,000.
That's why you have to drink.
Oh yeah, that's why we're drinking. Oh, go back to really quick. I think you see the table there?
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah, that's where they keep the schnapps.
Open bar.
Oh, so hold on. When she retired from Irish dance, were you a bit relieved, or did you hope she'd continue?
We sent her to college.
With the Irish dance
we
money.
can afford it.
All right, well look, from Ireland to a little closer to home, Chicago.
Yeah, that's right. If you're looking for a taste of Chicago, look no further than Portillo's.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Portillo's.
I love when we bring a little bit of the Midwest to Arizona, and one place is called Portillo's. And if you know this place from being in Illinois, you know how amazing the food is. And Zach, I love this. How many locations now do you have?
So we have 8 in the Valley and then 9 in Arizona itself. We here in Chandler are the newest location in the Valley. We open on November 1st.
I love this, and I love what they brought here, and that is the signature. Let's talk about these 2 signature Portillo items.
All right, so first on the left-hand side, we have our Italian beef sandwich. This is our #1 seller, our bread and butter, and the most delicious sandwich you will ever have. The beef is slow roasted at our commissary in Chicago and shipped to all of our locations, so we're all getting the exact same product. Same with the gravy. We call it gravy. It's like an au jus, but we call it gravy. It's got a little bit more seasonings in it than your traditional au jus. Some nice spices in there to get that nice popping flavor on that beef sandwich.
I like it.
And then we're featuring some of our sweet and hot peppers on there for you too.
Okay, then
we have our Chicago-style hot dog, 100% Vienna beef hot dogs. This, the way we're showing it, is called running it through the garden. So it has all of your traditional Chicago-style toppings on it with mustard, relish, onions, tomatoes. We sprinkle some celery salt on top of your tomatoes to pop that tomato flavor and the juiciness of it. and then a pickle spear and 2 little spicy sports peppers on it.
There you go. And don't ask for ketchup.
No.
No.
Even though I sin and I put ketchup on mine.
Oh my goodness, don't say that. Shh. All right, let's also talk. You got the French fries that everyone loves. Those are delicious. Got the cheese dipping there if you want to. And then you have the burger. Let's talk about that.
So our cheeseburgers, they come on a fresh corn dusted bun. We charbroil them to order. None of our burgers ever sit up. So when you order it is when we start cooking it for you. We got some American cheese, fresh lettuce, tomato, and red onion on there for you with some pickles and some ketchup and some mayo.
Oh, so delicious. Okay, for those that want a little healthy choice, you got salads.
So the chopped salad is our most famous salad we have on the menu. It comes with a 50-50 blend of iceberg and romaine lettuce. The dressing will be our Portillo's house dressing. This is our catering size. We do have self-service size with tomatoes, red cabbage, green onion, gorgonzola cheese, bacon, chicken, green onion, and a little bit of tabbetti pasta in there.
I love it. All right, you talked about the catering, you talked about having the dressing, but you guys also have some sauces here, which is kind of interesting. Tell me about the sauce, how this works.
Yes, so all of these sauces just rolled out to us at the end of January, right before the Super Bowl. 4 of our sauces, so the jardiniere sauce, which we call our Portillo sauce, the barbecue sauce, the honey mustard, and the buttermilk ranch are all brand new recipes to us for our classic sauces we've had. The comeback sauce is brand new. You know, we want to give a nice, flavorful, peppery, creamy sauce for our chicken tenders, and the comeback sauce is where it's at.
I like this.
I can't get enough of it. I eat it every day when I'm here now.
I love it. You said something about catering. That's one thing you guys are very excited about, that you're able to bring that to someone's office or party or somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. We have catering menus readily available online or in the restaurant. We do have our menu fully on Portillos.com. And we do have a catering call center you can call to place orders as well, where if you've never placed a catering order with us, I highly recommend doing that because they will walk you through the entire process for you.
Nice. And if you want a little bit of a, how can I say, mascot for the house, you guys got the little plushies.
Yes, Pokey, our lovely mascot Pokey. Get them while you can because they are a hot ticket item up on our grab and go. This is one of our top merch sellers.
I like it. Well, again, we are at the Chandler Portillo's. They got them all over the valley. Go to their website to find one near you.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Portillo's.
Later this show, we'll take a look at another sports team that's starting up a new season, the Arizona Sidewinders.
But first, we're talking to the Arizona Colleen and her lassies when the mix returns after this.
In case you didn't know, Phoenix has its own Irish royalty. The Arizona Colleen program celebrates young women of Irish heritage and selects the Arizona Colleen, the queen of the Phoenix St. Patrick's Day Parade and Fair. Joining us now, Molly Rulli, this year's Arizona Colleen. Congratulations.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
I'm so excited to meet you. Tell me about being named this year's Colleen.
I'm so excited to take on this title and be your Irish representative throughout the year. Please come down to the St. Patrick's Day Parade and Fair this weekend. It starts at 10 a.m. on 3rd Street, and we'd love to see you at the fair as well.
Tell me about the fair. Tell me about the parade, bagpipes, food.
Oh, all of that great stuff, you know it. The kids are free, dogs are welcome. There's even a 21 plus add-on experience this year called the Emerald Experience at the Irish Cultural Center, and we'd love to have you there as well.
Molly, you've only been the Arizona Colleen, what, a few weeks, and you're already amazing at it.
Thank you so much.
What is your favorite thing about growing up Irish?
I love getting to know all the culture. I always felt so welcomed. It really got me in touch with my past, and Irish dance really formed me into who I am today, and I'm more grateful for it than anything.
So you were an Irish dance girly?
Yes, I was never all that good at it. I never got to the world level like some of my lovely contestants over here, but I'm really grateful for the experiences I did have and the friends I made along the way.
Well, of course, we're going to see some Irish dance in a moment, but I wanted to introduce you to more Irish royalty. Can you introduce yourself and tell me your title?
Hello, I'm Bridget Davis. I'm one of your 2026 Little Miss Shamrocks.
How old are you, Bridget?
I'm 10.
Well, congratulations.
Hi, I'm Flora McDowell, and I'm one of your 2026 Little Miss Shamrocks. Hi, I'm Jade Stevens. I'm your 2026 Arizona Irish Lass.
I cannot wait to see some dance. Okay, but before we clear the stage and give them the floor, give me the rest of the details for people who want to come out tomorrow and support you guys and get a little taste of Irish heritage.
Yeah, so the fair is held in Margaret T. Hans Park. It opens right after the parade. The parade starts at 10 a.m. Love to see you there, and we are welcome to anyone who wants to come down.
Okay, favorite Irish food?
Soda bread, all the way.
Same. Okay, well, we are going to clear out. And do you want to introduce this dance in any way?
So this is the St. Patrick's Day dance. It is the same all across the world, so anywhere you see it today or all throughout the week, it'll be exactly the same.
Okay, I'm ready for a wee bit of Irish dance. We're going to step aside and let you guys do your thing. All right, cue the music.
NASCAR driver Justin Allgaier is coming off a big win. That's right, last weekend he was here in our own backyard at Phoenix Raceway. Now he's in Las Vegas, but he made some time to chat with us this morning. Good morning, Justin. Welcome. How you doing, buddy?
Welcome, and great. I'm doing great. It's good to be on with you, and I'm really wishing I was back there in Phoenix. So you just mentioned it, but I really wish I was back there because we had a great week last week.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that big old smile of yours is all just still standing strong from last week's race. Really quick, how did that feel just to kind of like get your first win under your belt?
Yeah, I mean, getting the first win of the season is always important, but to do it this early in the season, that's a big deal. This O'Reilly Auto Parts Series is really fun right now. We got a lot of great teams, a lot of great drivers, and to even get a win is a big deal. But to get it done this early at a racetrack I love in Phoenix is important. But we're going to Vegas this weekend, and this is a racetrack we actually won this race last year. So a lot of good solid momentum on our side for this season.
I like it. All right, you mentioned Las Vegas. Let's talk about this track and how you're going to attack it this weekend.
Well, it's difficult. Typically in the spring here, the weather's a little bit cooler. We know Vegas is hot, but typically in the spring here, I think last year it was in the mid 50s or so whenever we raced, so pretty chilly. This week it's supposed to be in that mid 80s, so quite a bit different than last year. But this racetrack is fun. It's fast. Of all the mile and a half we go to, it's probably one of the more fast mile and a halves, but nice and slick. You definitely don't want to make any mistakes, and I think just staying disciplined, making sure that you don't overdrive the car is probably the most important piece of it. So the tires are going to go away quick. You better make sure that you got a race car underneath of you that can manage it.
So let me ask you this. They're doing F1 throughout the streets of Vegas. How would you feel if they did NASCAR through the streets of Vegas?
I don't know that the city would want us to shut them down for another week of the year, but no, it's, Vegas has always been a lot of fun because the racetrack is a little bit outside of Vegas, of downtown. But when F1 came to town and you're seeing those guys come through, the city, it's pretty wild. It's pretty crazy what infrastructure they've put up for them to be able to come. But I would like to see the F1 cars go to the oval that we race on. I think that'd be the real eye opener for all of us to see what those cars could do out there.
Ooh, I like that. All right, let's talk competition here because we're just a few months into the O'Reilly series here. What do you see coming up future-wise? Who's going to be your big challenge for the year?
Well, first and foremost, I think our own team. This weekend we have 5 cars for Junior Motorsports, the racetrack, and we'll carry that 5th car for a number of races, but 4 full-time cars. So those are going to be the biggest competition. Our team does a phenomenal job of having cars that are capable of winning every week. Other than that, we've seen a huge influx of teams that have invested into their programs this season. They've made changes over the off season and tried to be better and more competitive. And it's crazy just the parity and how quick some of these teams have gotten their programs up to speed. So I'm not counting anybody out. You have your typical Joe Gibbs Racing. Those teams are always really fast. Haas factory team. They've updated to Chevrolet and to the Hendrick engine just like we have. So they've definitely upped their program. But there's so many teams and cars that are capable of winning every week. It's what makes it fun. And I think that when the fans tune in and watch us on the weekends, they see that. They see that there's no guarantees that any one driver, one team's going to win. You got to go out there and see what happens.
I like it. All right, I got my last question for you, and that is, we see you, of course, racing around the track here on the CW, but March 30th, we're going to be seeing you making your acting debut on Wild Card. What's up with that?
Yeah, super cool. Obviously to have the opportunity to even be a part of that, Wild Card's cast is phenomenal. The show's great, and it's cool for me because when we started being broadcast on the CW, and obviously you get to know the folks that are part of the broadcast team and what we're doing, but then you realize just how big the scale is and all the other programming that goes on with it. And I actually got to meet the cast from Wild Cards about a year ago, and never in my wildest dreams did I think that I'd be making my debut on their show here in just a short time. But it was super fun. I got to, obviously I know what my broadcast, or what my filming part was like, but I haven't seen the whole broadcast or what the whole show kind of came out as, and so I'm excited to see how it got put together, and how my part kind of fits into the whole show. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, but most importantly, just really hitting different fans that maybe have never been to a NASCAR race or watched a NASCAR race on TV, and also inversely, getting NASCAR fans that maybe have never seen the show Wild Cards or some of the programming that the CW has to offer that get them excited about it. So we got a lot of really cool stuff going on, and it's I felt like Wild Cards was a better opportunity for me than wrestling. I'm not the tallest or biggest guy in the world, so I didn't want to get thrown around in a wrestling ring. So I thought this was a better plan for me.
I like it. Justin, I know you're very busy getting ready for the race this weekend. Hey, thanks for stopping in, and we're looking forward to seeing you back here in the fall for our fall races that go on here in Phoenix. But looking forward to seeing you March 30th on Wild Card also. So thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Absolutely, buddy. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you guys again soon.
The NASCAR racing season rolls on this Saturday. Don't miss the high speeds and nonstop action of NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series as the drivers lay it all on the line and roll the dice in Las Vegas. Coverage begins at 2, only on the CW7 Arizona, where we like to say, it's all good.
And coming up, looking for something to do this weekend, we've got weekend events when the mix returns.
And welcome, and I'm going to give you a third welcome to the second half of the Arizona Daily Mix, because there is still so much more to come on the show.
Well, it's Friday, and maybe you're looking for something to do this weekend. Take a look at these great weekend events brought to you by Gerber Injury Law.
First up, the Pemberton first anniversary party and St. Patrick's Day celebration this Saturday and Sunday at the Pemberton in downtown Phoenix. There'll be property-wide birthday party that will transpire and give guests the opportunity to relive their youth with carnival games, popcorn, and boozy snow cones. All right, doors open at 4 o'clock. Then on Sunday, the St. Patrick's Day theme event will continue on with all types of guests where there's shepherd's pie, fries, and custom printed draft Guinness. Sounds interesting.
Hey, where are my Swifties at? Sunday is the day all the Swifties here at the Arizona Daily Mix have been waiting for. The Swifty Lifty Club is getting together. They're hoping to get 500 Swifties. It's a workout. You just bring your mat, you bring a water, check in at 8:30 a.m. March 15th. It's at the park at PV. They provide everything else, but you do need a ticket, so head to Swifty Lifty Club Instagram account to find the link for tickets. Swifties will know why, but it is $13. Again, Swifty Lifty Club, Sunday, 8:30 a.m.
And our very own exec producer, Kelly, will be out there. And you
with
want
her daughter.
other great events happening in Arizona, head on over to the CW7AZ.com/community or scan the QR code on your screen.
And I don't have to tell anyone watching that it is already unseasonably warm and it's only getting hotter, so it seemed like a good time for just a little review of sunscreen basics with one of our favorite local dermatologists and skin influencers. Take a look. I'm so excited to have this conversation with Dr. Jeffy. She's a very well-known dermatologist. She's been on our show a lot of times, and I have questions, okay? If I were to be getting my medical information from social media, which is a great idea, everyone knows, then I would think my real enemy is sunscreen, not the sun.
Absolutely not true. This myth comes from the idea, I think, that we now know that chemical sunscreens can be absorbed and measured in the blood. Now, that's only in certain conditions in the lab when someone is using really a lot of sunscreen. They're using it really frequently over a course of many days, but it is measurable. We don't know what that means, though, okay? We do know that radiation from the sun causes sun damage and skin cancer. So that is not a valid point.
Okay, so with that information, we know that some chemical sunscreens get absorbed in the skin. We don't know if it's like you have to be slathered in it for 2 weeks or if a little bit would end up in your bloodstream, but obviously that's scary. However, we know for a fact that radiation from the sun can cause cancer and other skin damage.
Exactly. And if you want to avoid that whole controversy, you think about using a mineral sunscreen. So how you would know you're using a mineral sunscreen is it's going to contain titanium or zinc, or both potentially. If you see any other word listed as an active ingredient, then that is going to be a chemical sunscreen. So if you want to avoid that absorption though, you choose a mineral one. They do not get absorbed into the blood.
Okay, here's my questions. Zinc, all right, I feel like that's in Desitin. That's in diaper cream. So is it soothing for your skin as well as keeping the sun from burning it?
I wouldn't necessarily say that with the sunscreen, but it certainly is not an irritant. Okay, that's another reason to use mineral sunscreens. Chemical sunscreens can sometimes more commonly be irritating to the skin. So you don't see that with the minerals, and maybe that does play some small role. But the nice thing about the mineral sunscreens, low risk for irritation.
So here are some of the brands that you like. And of course, kids don't like the white cast.
Yes, and so there are so many more options now for formulations of mineral sunscreens. So you don't have to be worried about that, but it might be some trial and error. But you can definitely find ones now that do not go on white. You're not going to look like that lifeguard in the old movies.
Right, with the zinc nose or the surfer. Like, this is the brand I use, and it does blend fairly easily.
Yeah, it blends very well. But if you have an area where it's hard to rub in the mineral sunscreen, it's a child that doesn't like it, or it's a man who has hairy arms, hairy legs, use a chemical sunscreen. I mean, I would rather you use that than choosing to do nothing, because you're not getting rid of that radiation risk if you're doing nothing.
That's important to note. So it's a chemical sunscreen, but you would prefer that to somebody getting a burn.
Exactly. And you can use one of each. Like my husband a lot will use mineral on his face.
Yes.
But then he'll use a chemical on his arms.
Because of the hair.
Because of the hair.
Right? So you can do a la carte. One from column A, one from column B. I've always wondered about the spray. Because it seems like spraying around kids or even adults, like that can't be good at breathing that in.
Exactly. I agree with you. So sprays can be effective, okay? I do like to point out that you do need to spray them so that the skin looks wet, and then you rub them in order to get that benefit. A fine little mist doing nothing.
Right.
There are some brands out there. This is why I love this particular one from Elta MD. It does not have any chemical aerosols in it, so you don't have to worry about spraying your child and being worried about inhaling any chemicals.
So this is basically your hero product because it doesn't have an aerosol and it doesn't have chemicals.
Exactly, and it's a mineral-only sunscreen.
Okay, so it's probably not going to irritate your skin.
Correct.
Powders, I've always wondered, because I would use these on my kids all the time thinking like I'm not spraying it in their faces, but was it working? I don't know.
Yeah, for me, powders are for like, it's in a pinch, it's your only option. Maybe you wearing makeup, you can't put on another layer of your actual sunscreen,
right.
so it's a way to do a touch-up. I would not rely on it as a primary source of protection like you were doing for your kids.
Well,
not even coverage.
Nothing. Okay, speaking of makeup, what if I put SPF in my makeup? Am I getting No, I can already see. No.
Yes, definitely you want to use a sunscreen or a moisturizer with sunscreen underneath and then put your makeup on top, even if it does have SPF, because you're not using anywhere enough to get the level of coverage they're trying to promise you in that bottle.
Okay, which is like a shot glass?
And a shot glass for the whole body.
Okay, before we let you go, areas we all miss. Go.
Ears, eyelids, upper cutaneous lip, neck and chest.
Get that cutaneous lip, okay? You don't want a red mustache lip there.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You did clear up a lot of myths.
Thank you.
Coming up, see what Wally thinks of the new Subaru Forester in this week's Wally's Weekend Drive.
CW7 Arizona invites you to be our guest. Get 50% off on some of the best must-try food and drink establishments in the area. Scan the QR code on your screen right now and get ready to save. The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Camelback Subaru.
Well, hi, and welcome to another one of Wally's Weekend Drives. Man, I'll tell you what, the weather's been playing all kinds of jokes with us, right, Five Dog?
Can you believe that rain last night?
Man!
I can't believe it.
And this morning, this is a 2026 Subaru Forester Wilderness. And like other cars that we do, we're always spanking clean and everything. We're actually going to test this beast and show this beast in its natural environment, which is dirty.
There you go.
Yeah, because this truly is a wilderness off-road car. No surprise here with a 2.5 liter boxer motor that is actually making 180 horse and 178 foot-pounds of torque.
So the world's flat, right?
Right, pretty much. Yeah, that's good. Now, you do have two little tuning instruments in there, the I and the X.
Yep, sport, sharp, and intelligent mode. So yeah, you're getting off-road. That X mode really kicks into gear, helps you get through those really treacherous things, and it gives you that hill descent braking.
Yes, and one of the things they changed this year, they said, was the fact that the center differential locks up a little bit quicker now.
Yep.
So you don't get a little bit of that wheel spin. You're on it right to start with. You're not building the torque, and then it's too much.
You got it.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what. I tell people this all the time. Subaru is probably one of the most underrated off-road vehicles out here. And ground clearance. Let's talk about ground clearance here. You got what, 9.1 inches?
Yeah. A little bit more on the wilderness models than you get in the standard ones. You get a little bit suspension change, you know, the tires a little bit more off-road, but the bottom line is this is our most capable off-road vehicle when you get the Wilderness Edition. And this Forester for 26, which changed the body design, is really done a good job.
Yeah, excellent job. And one thing I noticed in the parking lot here, if you get one of the Wilderness Subarus, you'll look right up here, you'll see this little gold up on the roof rack. You can see this from across the parking lot, man, so you know exactly, you don't have to beep your horn to try to find your car.
That's true.
Because Lord knows they're all white, right?
You got it.
Yeah, speaking of white, a lot of reflection off this with our Arizona sun.
Yep.
Now, you guys came up with something, I don't know whose idea it was, but it was a great one. You have this, basically it's a decal right here.
Yeah,
it's a flat black, doesn't reflect, and takes like 75% of the glare off this thing, so you can actually see where you're going as the sun's right, because you know you've driven into the sun out here and it's like laser focus burning your eyes out. But if you look on the side here, the one thing you'll see, the 17-inch alloy wheels, I really like how they've radiused the fenders on this. You got plenty of suspension clearance there. So off-road or on-road, these things are pretty capable and pretty safe, and they got a ton of room inside.
Yeah.
And speaking of inside, Harman Kardon? Really? Really? In a Subaru? Really?
I know.
Yeah. The boys from Texas were making some noise here, that's for sure. Now, talk about the interior inside. You were telling me last time I was up here, StarTech. You said can get wet, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you're going off-road and stuff and you want a car that's going to handle the elements well, you're going to be dirty, muddy, etc., This stuff just wipes clean.
Okay, well, we're going to find out because I left the windows down last night on purpose when it was raining. So far, everything's working electrically okay, so maybe you were right in there. But the center stack in here, talk about information. Good grief. This is the all-weather package. So what do you get with the all-weather?
So, you got heated seats, you got the StarTech interior. Of course, you've got automatic climate control, all-weather floor mats, which is important.
Yeah.
Again, so this is a car for the person that really wants to go a little extra mile and go out and go places. And they can do that. And of course, now with these new rails on the top, hey man, you see people going up, putting tents up there, kayaks, canoes, paddleboards, bike ride. I mean, this is a vehicle that if you want to go and use it, you can.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the back right here because one of the things that we do like is the fact that you've got all this great cargo room back here. Your privacy shade here if you don't want anybody getting into your stuff. But if you look here, all it takes is just that right there. And voila, now
you can
you're
sleep
sleeping.
in it.
Now you're
you're all
sleeping in
set.
here. You got it. So whether you're sleeping on top or you're sleeping inside, the Subaru Wilderness has got you covered for sure.
We just took the fact that the market was saying, hey, we want to do a little more. So it's like getting upgrades that people might want to do. You notice the tires, the Yokohama Geolanders.
Yep.
They're a little more aggressive.
Yes.
Okay.
And sticky too. They really grab the terrain.
Right.
Yes.
The fact we have a little more ground clearance, the fact you got that great interior, those things. But at the same time, you got creature comforts.
Oh man,
you got creature comforts.
You got to remember too, stop up here. Make sure you ask for 5 Dog up here at Camelback Subaru because he will hook you up and he might even give you one of his dogs.
There you go.
Maybe.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Camelback Subaru.
All right, it's that time of year again where everyone goes crazy for college hoops, and we're inviting you to get in on the action with our basketball challenge. Scan that QR code or visit the sports page on our website and make your picks for the big tournament, and you can win $475 Visa gift card and other fun prizes. And we'll be playing right along with you.
We're out at Phoenix Rising learning about their home opener happening tomorrow, so stick around. We are out here at the Phoenix Rising Stadium because tomorrow you guys have your home opener, and then you guys are going to go into a 7-day stretch with 3 games involved in it. And Bobby is the club president. Can you tell me a little bit about this team this year and what makes them so special?
Well, I think first and foremost, this is our 10th anniversary, so we're excited to kick that off tomorrow night here in front of our own fans who have been tremendously supportive over the years. I think for the team, really excited. We bring in 14 guys back. Coaching staff is back, so we have a little bit of continuity year over year, so expectations are much higher, and I think the fans could come out tomorrow night and expect to see some good action.
And so tomorrow night, you guys are doing a little bit of a giveaway. We should mention that you guys are giving away a water bottle to the first... How many fans? A bunch?
Yeah, we've had some iconic moments over the years, and we've won some trophies. And a moment that was pretty fun and went viral was one of the marquee players, probably the best player to ever step foot in this league, Didier Drogba. He took a drink of a fan's water. Then we went on to score right after that moment. So tomorrow night, in celebration of that moment, we're giving away water bottles. We're also unveiling a new jersey. We revealed our kits a couple weeks ago, but tomorrow night we got a special surprise for the fans coming out and kind of a little hat tip to the fans.
So everyone should definitely come out, check out what the new jersey is. It's going to be over at the merch tent that's over in the corner. Let's also talk a little bit about the team. You guys are all about growing young players. You guys have a bunch of new players that you guys have recently signed that are very young.
Yeah, we're fortunate. We have about 10,000 kids in our youth club right now, and our head coach, Paul Maduka, is really big on development and that growth mindset and opportunities. And last week we started a 16-year-old at striker. We brought on a 15-year-old. We've had about 10, 12 youth kids with us all preseason. So these kids are competing in opportunities if you're good enough, you're old enough, and that's how Paul operates. And so I think all the kids that are out here in Arizona, for them to come out and watch real high-level soccer, but also realize that could be them in only a couple of years. So it's really exciting to see, Arizona kids getting their opportunity here and right here in their backyard.
And so you guys also have an academy. You have the youth level, you have an academy, and some of these academy players get to come out here and train alongside of them, which is just another great opportunity for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be able to play with professional players that have played in the highest leagues all over the world and see what it's like, it really helps them elevate on a daily basis. And again, they're pushing the pros every day to get out there and fight for a spot in the 18.
And we should mention you guys have some amazing season ticket holders. We have 2 that we're going to get to speak to very shortly. But what are you guys going to be doing to honor them in the next today and the games happening?
I think, again, we have the best fans in the league. They've stuck with us. We've moved from different locations. We've had some good years. We've had some bad years. We've won some trophies. We've celebrated together. And I think that's why we do it, to bring the community together, to let people smile, laugh, share real emotions together, and that brings us all closer. So we're fortunate to have the best fans in the league.
And if someone wants to come out to your guys' next 3 matches that you have at home, where can they get tickets?
They can visit our website, phxrisingfc.com. And for us, more people get exposed to Phoenix Rising coming out. The weather should be beautiful at night, and 3 opportunities over the next 7 days to come out and support the team.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, now I'm going to bring in Doug and Debbie. Can you come on over? How long have you been a season ticket holder for?
10 years.
That's okay. Tell me your favorite memory. I know 10 years is a very vast time.
Well, obviously watching them win the championship on TV was fun. My probably favorite memories in stadium, watching Didier Drogba take a free kick from about midfield and score a goal was incredible. And then one of the fun memories I have is I used to sit behind the visiting bench and heckle the opposing coach and their players the whole game. And after one half, the coach said, I think you should coach the team instead. You'd be better at it because we're not doing that well. So that was pretty fun.
That is a great moment. I love that. And Debbie, tell me about how long have you been a season ticket holder?
Obviously the 10 years with the Phoenix Rising, but also 4 years prior to that with the other USL clubs that were here.
That's amazing. And then tell me your favorite memory, whether it's in stadium or out.
There's obviously, I was at the championship game, and that was wonderful. And my daughter happened to be at the University of South Carolina at the time, still is, so she was able to join me at that game. The interactions with the players are always amazing when we get to have that. And I think one that stands out, though, was the playoff game at home, pardon me, allergies, that went to PKs. And it was just heart-wrenching and nerve-wracking, but exhilarating at the same time and everything. So, yeah, it's been great.
Thank you so much, guys. As always, you can head to cw7az.com for more information, and make sure you come to one of their 3 games happening in the next 7 days.
Coming up, we've got the latest deals online to help you save time. That's next on the Arizona Daily Mix. All right, as we are waiting for the NFL football season to start, you can check out Phoenix's own elite women's ultimate Frisbee team.
The Arizona Sidewinders are the first professional women's team in the state of Arizona. So we play professional ultimate Frisbee. We've been around since 2020. We started as part of the Western Ultimate League, which is the second of the 2 women's leagues in the United States. And we play professional ultimate where we get to showcase women and non-binary players at a high level. I like to tell people it's like a hybrid of basketball, soccer, and football. It starts and finishes with a throw off to a receiving team like football, and then that team is trying to catch the disc in the opposite end zone. They cannot move with the disc, and so the cuts are kind of football style at the pace of soccer, but then there's a mark on the person with the disc, just like in basketball. It is, because it is with a Frisbee or a disc without a ball, everything kind of gives opportunity for these high-flying plays, people diving, jumping really high, so I think it is one of the coolest sports to both watch and play. I moved to Arizona And I had just been playing women's in Texas, where they were starting their first professional team in the Premier Ultimate League. And when I moved here, I recognized there was a lot of women's talent and no women's teams. There was just sort of no space for all of the best women in Arizona to be playing together. And so a team in the pro sphere where it wouldn't conflict with their existing teams was sort of the initial thought to get all of the best women in the state of Arizona to play on one team together.
To be on the Sidewinders, to me, it means to work really hard, not only be a team member, but also be an active participant in the Arizona Ultimate community. I think it's really important to support your women's sports all around. The team atmosphere on the Sidewinders is always very positive, very inclusive. They're just amazing to be with and play with.
This is my first season as just a player, and I think the coolest thing about starting this team has been seeing it sort of take on its own head of steam on its own, to get to sit back and kind of enjoy my teammates and my coaching staff and my management and our fans. Like I mentioned before, I think Ultimate is one of the coolest sports to watch. In specific, I think Arizona tends to showcase like really incredible plays. We've been featured on SportsCenter. We have a lot of players who dive for the discs, who jump really high. We're a team of athletes and we look good doing it. You can find us online. We have a website. It is ArizonaSidewinders.com. We're also on social media, AZ Sidewinders. So you can find us on all platforms that way. Check out our games in Mesa. 3-6!
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Best Reviews.
Whether it's helping you start your morning, getting out the door a little faster, or taking care of a few things around the house, we've got a few finds that are designed to save you time and simplify your day. Alyssa Bergamini and Ashley Howard are standing by with the best products at the best prices in this week's Epic Discounts from consumer resource bestreviews.com.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I'm Alyssa Bergamini.
And I'm Ashley Howard. Scan the QR code on your screen to get ready to save big. We have 4 great products making life a little easier in the kitchen, around the house, and even on the go.
That is right. We're talking morning pick-me-ups, quick clothing care, powerful cleaning, and a little high-performance tech. So let's start off in the kitchen.
That's right. We are helping you start your morning off right.
If you're looking for your coffee fix, of course you are, the Keurig K-Elite gives you that fresh, hot coffee in under a minute.
Choose your brew size from 8 to 12 ounces, pop in a K-cup, and go. And with a large reservoir, you can brew multiple cups before having to refill.
Saving you time and simplifying your morning routine. Next up, a quick and easy way to keep your clothes looking their ultimate best.
This lightweight handheld garment steamer is here to help you out. If you're not a fan of ironing boards, you are going to love this.
It heats up so quickly and delivers 700 watts of steam power to smooth out any wrinkles oh so fast.
It works great on shirts, dresses, jackets, and even curtains.
And with the 240 milliliter water tank, you get longer steaming time without all those consistent refills. Now let's talk about a device that can do just about everything.
This is the Apple iPad Air 11-inch with the M3 chip.
It is so fast, powerful, and incredibly sleek looking.
The liquid retina display makes movies, games, and photos look and feel vibrant.
You also get 256 gigabytes of storage and Wi-Fi 6E for that fast connectivity. Plus Touch ID security and an all-day battery so it can keep up with all your work, entertainment, and everything in between.
And finally, let's make cleaning a little easier.
This is the Eureka Power Speed Lightweight Upright Vacuum.
It is lightweight, but still delivers a powerful suction for both carpet and hard floors.
And if you have pets, the included pet turbo tool is great for picking up all that stubborn pet hair.
The large dust cup means you can clean longer without having to stop and empty it.
Plus, it is light design and it is easy to maneuver around furniture and all of those tight spaces.
All right, let's take one last look at all of today's great products designed to make everyday tasks a little simpler.
Head to epicdiscounts.com or just scan that QR code to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. You can find more on the products and where to buy them over on our website at cw7az.com.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Best Reviews.
Thanks so much for joining us today. On Monday's show, we'll get a performance from country artist Stephen Cade.
And we're talking about a new treatment for mental health that does not involve any kind of medication. Very interesting.
I like it. And we'll be talking with the spring tech trends with our tech guru, Jennifer Jolly.
Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. Have a great weekend. We cannot wait to see you back here on Monday. Bye.
Content segments on the Arizona Daily Mix were paid for by Portillo's, Best Reviews, Gerber Injury Law, and Camelback Subaru.